Hey, is this thing on? Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. Please go ahead and subscribe and join the community. Now, you all know that I am a schedule girl. I love a good schedule, I love a good planner, a good itinerary, but honestly, it's because I have so many different things going on. In order for me to get them all done, I have to follow a schedule throughout my daily life. But of course, I also realize that it's much easier said than done. Do you ever feel like you go through a full day and at the end you're like, what in the world have I accomplished today? Or you try so hard to get everything done and you feel like I just do not have enough time in my day. Don't worry, you are not alone. That is extremely common because we all live very busy lives, but something that can help with that is a productivity tip that I love, which is time blocking. Time blocking is extremely helpful to make sure that you can stay on track, to also manage where you're allocating your time to, and to improve your organization overall. To start off the time blocking process, all you have to do is make a list. Write down all of the things that you have to accomplish within a week or within a day, and keep them in one place. This doesn't have to be something formal. It can either be written or in digital form. I like to keep a note on my phone, and then I also have a little place where I jot things down on my desk for work tasks. It doesn't have to be extremely formal. However, this is going to be an important step to take in order to make sure that you can time block and put everything in your schedule in a reasonable place to make sure that you can get it all done. Now, although the entire purpose of time blocking is to aid in your organization and in your productivity, you are still going to have to be flexible. From day to day, week to week, month to month, things change, things come up, and sometimes you have to be willing to adjust your schedule just a bit. But don't use those changes as an excuse not to do the things that you set out to do initially. You are just going to have to adjust your schedule accordingly. So for example, let's say that you like to have dinner around 6:30 p.m. every evening. So you've time blocked out between 7 and 8 p.m. for cleaning the kitchen, washing the dishes, making sure that everything is put away, and kind of getting yourself set up for the next day as far as your meals go and being as prepared as possible. Okay, well, let's say something comes up. You have an appointment or you add a new workout class to your schedule. Are you then not going to clean up the kitchen or take care of the dishes just because your schedule got bumped by 1 hour? No, absolutely not. So instead of saying, well, I'm just not going to be able to get to it, be realistic, look over your schedule and see where you can make some tweaks. Maybe you won't have as much time to spend on cleaning and putting the dishes away as you typically would, but you still could get some things done, and you could just push your day back and start on your cleaning after dinner, maybe an hour or so later than you typically would. But it's not completely missed. Just look at your time block as a guide, a very good foundation, but remember, sometimes you're gonna have to shift. You're gonna need to be agile in order to make sure that you can get everything done and also stick to a consistent routine. Time blocking is especially helpful to assist with avoiding procrastination. It's so easy for us to just say, you know what, I'm gonna put it off, I'm gonna take care of it at another time, because we know that we have so much to do, but it's kind of like, where in the world do I start? But if you have your list already, you can literally pull from that list and plug it in, and you'll be able to get that task completed. Our minds can get easily distracted, our day can easily get derailed, so don't allow that to continually happen. Always make sure that you have a solution in your back pocket that you're ready to plug into that time so that you can continue to be productive. Now, to start with, you really want to focus on those high-level priorities. What are the things that you have to do regularly throughout the week? And then separate those into categories. The categories could include things like home, personal, work, business, family. Anything that really consumes the majority of your time is something that you're going to want to make a category for. Then of course, you also don't want to forget about the more routine things like eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, following your morning or your evening routine. Those are things that you're probably going to be doing around the same time every single day. So that really helps you get started on plugging into times on your time blocked schedule, and then you can work around them. So then once you've looked at your schedule and you've plugged in those things that you do at the same time every single day, but you know you have 8 other tasks that you need to complete on Wednesday this week, then you're gonna take those 8 other tasks and simply plug them in to the empty spaces on your time block schedule based on how your day typically unfolds. Now, of course, as with anything that you're trying to adjust, especially to improve your productivity, you are not going to be 100% perfect at time blocking when you first start out. It's going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of practice in order for time blocking to become a sustainable habit for you, but it is definitely possible. Especially if you focus on commitment and consistency, then you're going to get into a habit on following through on those things, and you're gonna have to be strict with yourself to make sure that everything that you listed and you placed into those slots on your schedule, you're truly following up on those time blocks and actually implementing these tasks and activities in your daily life. Now you're like, okay, obviously I have a busy schedule, so when am I supposed to do time blocking? I recommend implementing time blocking into your Sunday reset time and planning out your schedule for the entire week. Another option to make it a little bit simpler is to do digital time blocking, especially if you already use something like Google Calendar. Go through, add everything in. You can also color code and separate things by category to make sure that your calendar is easy to read and easy to follow along. Personally, I like to write things down so that I can erase, mix and match, and move things around accordingly depending on what's going on that week. So I've created a time blocking document that really simplifies the process. You are welcome to edit it digitally on your computer or on your phone, but you can also print it out like I've done and physically write on your own personal copy. I do also recommend maybe putting them into sheet protectors, or if you have a laminator at home, so that you can use the same one over and over and just make changes as needed using a dry erase marker and save some paper. So let's go ahead and take a tour of the document that I created. I'm going to be showing you guys how to use it on my computer so that you can get some tips on how to edit it and use it for yourself as well. So here is a glimpse at the weekly planner that I created. So at the top, it is labeled My Weekly Planner, and this is going to be fully editable. So if you decided that you wanted to go in and change this to your name, you are more than welcome to. And then at the top, we have week of, so you can put each week there. Now, we talked about the importance of separating your important things that you have to do throughout the week, or those really top priority things, into different categories. And so I've chosen a few here. We have personal, home and family, work and business. And again, it's completely editable. So if you want to change those categories out, you are more than welcome to. And then here at the top, it focuses on your goals of the week. So just jot down a few major goals that you want to accomplish during this week period. And also we've got a section here for priorities that you're able to check off as well. So if you have anything specifically that you need to take care of, any appointments that you have to attend, all of those things can be written in your priority category. And then of course, we always need a space for notes. So anything that comes to mind, any brain dump items, go ahead and drop that in the notes category. Now, getting into the pages, they all have the same layout with the day of the week here at the top. And here is your schedule. So you're going to want to go in and edit this based on your personal needs. So say, for example, 6 a.m. is when you wake up and you also do your morning routine, then you can add that in there. Now, around noon, if you know, I always eat lunch at this time. Remember, I talked about those major things that you do every single day that doesn't really change. Go ahead and add those in as well. So I'm going to put dinner in. And then here at the bottom, I try to go to sleep by 11. And so I'm going to go ahead and put sleep in there. And then you just start plugging in. So I know that if I'm trying to be asleep by 11, then I need to make sure that I'm doing my nighttime routine and that 10 o'clock hour as well. Now for the plugging in. Let's say on this Monday, I need to go to a doctor's appointment. So if maybe typically at 9 a.m. I would be going to work, I'm actually going to add an extra note that I have a doctor's appointment during that time. So it's very easy to use. Feel free to make changes and edit to find
what works for you. Remember, you can type on the document. You can also actually print it out and write on it as well. And then over here, we have top 3 priorities. So what are the 3 major things that I would like to get done on this Monday? And then with everything, we also have to have time for gratitude, because we can get so busy and just our daily lives and schedules can become so overwhelming that we don't take a moment to stop and really just process and be grateful for the wonderful provisions that we already have. And so I wanted to add this box in today. I am grateful for, and you can jot some things down in that section, and then also notes. Maybe some things that came up on a Monday or things that I want to remember to cover for next Monday. I'll be able to use this section. So every page has the exact same layout, and it takes you through the full week, including the weekends. So this is going to be a very helpful resource. I hope that you are able to use it and really get into a good habit of time blocking and realizing how beneficial it can be for you, and to make sure that you are staying organized and prioritizing things in your daily life.
Thank you so much for watching my YouTube video. I really hope that this information was helpful for you and you can get started on your time blocking journey as well. I love to share different tips that help with productivity and organization, because as you know, we are all focused on our self-development journeys, and there are so many things that you can do to improve your scheduling to make your life much, much easier. The document that I shared today is available for instant download in my Etsy store. I'm gonna link it in the description box below, so be sure to hop on over and check that out and download your personal copy. And I would love to know in the comments what you found helpful about this time blocking video. If you did download the document, how has that helped you be more successful and more productive with planning out your weeks and your days? Thanks again, and I'll see you all next week. Thanks for tuning in to your weekly dose of self-improvement. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.